What's up, everyone? I'm Logan with 89 AutoWorks, and today I'm bringing you a couple vehicles. We're going to do some different things today. We're going to start talking about my personal build stuff we're going to be doing on my car. And then if you stick around long enough, we're going to be working on Blake's car tonight. Blake's going to be here soon. And I'm hoping to have my motor torn down, packaged up, and give you a little heads up on what we're doing here. So for starters, we are going to go ahead and tear down this EJ207, and we are going to go ahead and get this block completely stripped, and we're going to send it out to Outfront Motorsports, and Jeremy out there is going to take care of us. We're going closed deck, and we're going to have a bunch of stuff done to this thing, spice it up a little bit. There's a little bit of stuff heating up on the internet, so I'm getting ready for something that I don't even know if it's coming or not, but guess what? I'm going to be ready for it anyways, and if I'm ready for that, I'm ready for anything, right? So let's do it. Moral of the story here, people are sleeping on me. What is going on here? People are just sleeping on me. They forgot about me. They forgot who I am. I'm 89. I can do anything. I can, whatever. Done. You know, don't even got to think about it. I mean, you know, I got to think about some things, but mainly don't. So we are going to go ahead and strip this block down, take a look at all the parts, internals, blah, 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 blah. And hopefully that leads to being a quick and easy strip. And then we are going to go ahead and jump on Blakes WRX. And for those of you that don't remember, I'll just insert a little clip here of what we've got going on with that. Now that you see that what we're working on next, stick around for that. We're going to go ahead and strip down this 205 and get some long needed answers to what in the hell we have going on here, because this is kind of a morphodite motor. So we're going to strip this thing down and see where that leads us. So we're going to pop these heads off here. Not probably anything too crazy for you guys, but I basically at this point have stripped everything off. Cams are out and carriers are out, and we just have the bare heads. I've pulled all the buckets, and we're going to get this head off of here and go ahead and set it over on the hood on the table and take a good look at it. Yeah. So I'm just going to stop right here. I'm going to talk to you guys about something I see on the internet far too freaking often, and I can't stand it anymore, so I'm going to just go ahead and bitch about it for a minute. When you are pulling these head bolts out, do freaking not put an impact on this and just go to town on this. You people must have never had a bolt get stuck in the block or snapped off in the block or anything like that. Take a breaker bar, bust it loose, take your impact, zip it off. The vibration you put on these things when you take a giant half-inch impact and crank on it, you're gonna break shit. Don't do it. Well, I suppose it's a good thing we decided to tear this sucker down. I originally was gonna just be running it. And I'll tell you, not too impressed with what I'm seeing here. The liners of this thing are definitely not anything amazing. Cylinders are just, yeah. So this one's all rusty and so moral of the story here, we're going bigger pistons apparently, which I kind of had that in the game plan anyways, but looks like we're getting some forged pistons and doing a little bore over, because cylinder 2 here definitely has some slight scoring in it. Not scoring, I'm sorry. Has some slight rusting in the very top of the cylinder. And I'll grab you guys a quick shot of that, just so you guys can see what I'm referring to. So here's cylinder 2. You can see all the rust and everything at the top of the cylinder. And at this point, we can basically just hope that this block isn't junk. So this is certainly a 205 block. This is not a 207 block like I once had hoped. but that's fine because we are going to be going to closed deck anyways. So the stuff about the whole 207, it doesn't really matter. I have already got my eyes on a version 7 EJ207 cross-drilled crank, and we're going to be going fully forged after that. So it doesn't really matter. We're going to be kind of going past the whole 207 thing anyways, and like I kind of had said, this is more of a let's get it torn apart and get it to be together and built and ready to party and stuff. So we will pop the oil pan off quick, and we're gonna pop the oil pan off because I did have that all open not that long ago, and I do have all my Killer Bee stuff inside there. So when I put these oil pans on here, I definitely don't mess around. I definitely goop them up good because I don't want leaky motors. I can't stand having somebody have this really cool built badass Subaru and the thing just pisses oil all over the place, and you know, oh, it's so cool. Yeah, no. The coolest thing ever is having a super badass built car that leaks no oil. It's like the Rocket Wagon. It's a prime example of a car that is a super badass built Subaru that leaks no oil. Oh, that's 4 out of 4. Every freaking cam seal I took off, I dropped. So this is all stuff that's brand new. I'd recently gone through and like put all these parts in this motor. And after seeing that cylinder 2 rust, I'm really freaking happy that I did not just put it together and run it, because it would have been a sad short story with the result of Logan crying and you guys would have made fun of me. So yeah, let's not do that. We're gonna party and party hard and party like there's never gonna be another tomorrow, because after I spend all this money, there probably won't be another tomorrow, and it's gonna be great. Yay, love it. Let's do it. So if there's ever something you want to be broke for, you know, like for me, something I never ever talk about on this channel is, like, I'm a dad. I have kids. I have 3 kids at home. I have 3 little girls at home. My girlfriend is 32 weeks pregnant, and we got a baby on the way. It's going to be here any time now. So if there was ever a more opportune time to build a race car, it's when your baby's going to be here in like a month and a half, and you know in a month and a half that it's probably not going to be the giantest priority ever. So we're building race cars today. I'm actually excited. Are you guys excited? I mean, I'm excited because this car is my dream car. I'm like building my dream car. So one of my homies, he owns the shop where I get all my dyno stuff done at. When I bought, so I got my start in Subarus when I was working for him. He was my boss, and we started out super small. I'd never worked on a Subaru before I met him. I'm sure you're watching this at some point. Thank you for getting me in the door for this awesome stuff. But secondly, I bought my first Subaru in the middle of a working day. We cut out of the shop and we went and bought a bug eye. It was the most giantest POS ever. And I'll show you guys a picture. I'll include a picture of it right here of all of its glory the day we picked it up. So you can see that is not nice. There's nothing nice about that. And I mean, I've in the last 2.5 years had like 3 different chassis that car has been in. The original, the next one, and the one I have now. And you know, every time they get a little bit better, a little bit more rust free, and then now the one I have is 100% rust free and very, very, very nice. Obviously, you guys have seen, and so it's cool because I always said then I love 2.0s. I'm a huge fan of high revving 2.0 sounds. That's like, dude, I'm a friggin' idiot. This magnet's been sitting right here on this table this whole time. I just looked right past it. But back to the story. I love 2.0s. They sound amazing. They look amazing. They sound amazing. Oh, I said that already. Get out of there. Oh boy, that one is not loving life. So, moral of the story here is that I'm really freaking excited because this has been a really long time coming, and we're finally getting to a point where we are going to be able to build my dream car. Unfortunately, the negative side of this story is there's a pretty good chance that another one of the project cars that I was really excited about is going to have to go down the road. Big reason of that is because I've just been focusing on clearing my shop out. I am kind of at a point where I'm no longer open doors by appointment only around here, and I'm not taking out any of these cheaper junk cars in anymore. The customers of these cheap cars, here's the story, okay? People act like I'm not a person a lot of times, so, you know, that's just typical customer shit. But people act all the time like, wow, oh my God, you're the only one that works here. How do you not have 14 cars a minute done? Oh my God, you know, and I work quite freaking literally like 7 days a week. So I can only do what I can do. And, you know, this is 2022 post-COVID. I don't know if you guys have ordered parts lately, but it's not always as easy as just clicking order and seeing it in a week. That's just kind of the moral of the story, where I'm at. So that's why things have been a little slow around here, to say the least, and that's 100% because I've been trying to clear the lot out. I am basically just at a point where I gotta really want to work on your car for your car to come in this shop, or really like you as a person, or really need money, because I am absolutely not going to be doing that anymore. I am going to be focusing on what I want to focus on, which is YouTube. I want to do this stuff full time. I want this to be something where I can come out here and work on cool stuff that makes me happy every day, and don't have customers bitching at me because I'm the customer. And that's just where I'm trying to be. I have enough cool cars myself. I have enough cool projects myself. Why not chase that, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. Today's going to be the first day. I'm going to be shooting. I'm going to be editing today. And I'm going to be posting tomorrow. And I'm going to attempt to do the same thing tomorrow. And I'm going to try to post a couple times a week, at least once a week. But you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of me. And I'm not going to have any more of these hollow promises. Today is Thursday. The 8th of December. Oh, my boy Smedia just uploaded a new video. Might have to take a break here in a minute and check that out. And long story short, I'm just at a point where let's just start doing this more. You know, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, is build cars. I don't necessarily want to have Vloggy Boy channel or anything like that. I think that's cool, and I like showing the cool things I get to do a lot of the times. But in all reality, what I'm good at and what you guys want to see is cool cars being built and turned around, and burnouts. All those sounds, and the tire smoke, 4 tires, 6 speeds. Oh my God, we're going to do it. It's going to be so good. I'm getting excited already. All right, guys, after a depressing teardown on that 205, I'm ready to move on. We're going to start cranking on Blake's car. Blake is here, and I'm going to have him start working on his own car today. So things that we have to do today before we can move on. We've been waiting on pigtails for the coil packs. We've been waiting on pigtails for the injectors. Big reason we decided to go with pigtails is because it's a lot easier to nail a solder fitting than it is to nail a pinout and repin of the clip itself. So it's a little refresher on what this car is. So here's Blake's car. This is a 2012 Subaru WRX. This is a Subaru EJ207 Type RA short block. We have BC 272 cams in it. We have all the, forged and, not forged, stainless valves and BC springs. And this thing has a Blouse 1.5 XTR turbo and lots of other really, really good things about it, you know, IAG, AOS, all that. All the good bolt-ons for the exhaust. He's got Tomai stuff for the exhaust. So it is a really nice build. I'm really excited to see this car done. A lot of stuff we did on this thing that should make it have a very good long life ahead of it. Assuming we'll probably be putting more horsepower to this thing at some point, so we built it accordingly. So we're going to go ahead and start working on the electrical stuff. I'm going to put this thing on the tripod, and we'll start stripping this harness down and start working on that. All right, guys, so this is Blake's car, WRX, like I've said. Blake is working for me now. Yeah, things are working out great. So we are going to start working on doing this harness. Try to dollar up a little bit while we're at it, make it look a little bit better. But for the time being, we're mainly focused on just getting these things stripped down and kind of, I guess, proper so the thing works. All right, so Blake's working on getting that harness handled. You know, he's done some soldering before, so in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting some of the stuff around the shop cleaned up, and then when we get that harness all wrapped up, we're going to go ahead and start working on putting it on the car and going forward from there. Who just walked in here? That's a familiar face that everyone should be remembering. So Isaac brought his car over. Just going to be doing all the Subarus today. So this is Isaac's, what year is this thing?
98.
98. Vintage. Hot rod, Brighton, wagon, all the good stuff. Rust-free edition. We're slamming this thing on some coilovers right now, so let's do it. Conveniently, Blake just wrapped up that wiring harness too, so we're going to go ahead and start throwing that on his car, and then we get to keep pushing forward finally. So that'll be cool, because now tomorrow I've got some stuff to do. So we're going to get cranking on that. All right, so we got everything kind of wrapped up on the engine for now. The harness is tucked in and mostly where it's going to be. Blake's working on pulling his fuel pump right now. We're going to put the AEM 340 in the tank, and then I am also going to start working on wiring up the gauges. And let's get a little status update from that Lassie guy. I think right now he is got both rear coilovers or struts off, and we're about to start putting the BCs on this thing. So let's see what happens here.
Sauce on them.
What you thinking, Blake? You love it or what?
What? Oh,
Just working in the dark over here?
Yeah, I'm in the light.
Alright guys, it's like 9 o'clock at night or something, and I'm ready to go home. Isaac's still here. We're just about done wrapping up the coilovers on his car. I'll make sure to throw a shot in here when we're done, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up and start doing some editing, because I told you guys I was going to have this video posted tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow.